Good morning, everybody. Hey, Daphne, how you doing? Hey, just read my book. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your Tuesday. Child, it has been a couple of days, but I decided to hit the live button to give a little commentary on a couple of things that have been brewing around the sector, which we know that the sector is extremely dry right now, but hey, it is what it is, right? So if y'all will please hit the like button upon entering the room and consider sharing the video. Thank you. You know what I mean? So, like I said, child, ooh, it's really nothing going on. Hey, Tanya McNeil. But I really want to touch on a couple of subjects, right? People have been talking about it. Hey, well, see, how you doing? And so I want to talk about it too, right? Since there ain't much to talk about. So I was listening, going around through these here and yonder through these YouTube streets trying to find something interesting to talk about. But the topic that's trending right now, hey Hudson J, is the Gumbo channel, right? Pizarro's Gumbo challenge that never happened, right? And so from what I understand, she said that um one or more of her contestants had an emergency or something, so therefore the challenge, hey sexy cornbread. Oh, thank you. Uh and somebody had an emergency, and for that reason the gumbo had challenged, they weren't going to do it, right? And so I remember Bree. Now I didn't listen to the live, but I saw the title. It said Gumbo Challenge, so I'm assuming Bree went to her channel to let everybody know the Gumbo Challenge wasn't going to happen, right? Okay, so I guess somewhere along the line, because I didn't see it all play out, Brianna and what is his name? Malik got into it. Brooke's husband, right? And I was like, well, that's interesting. And so they got into it. Now I remember Brianna saying, Malik, owe her $1,000 about the court papers that were filed. Hey, Miss Karina, the court papers were filed when it came to him wanting to divorce Brooke, and him saying that the papers were never served. And so I just realized the other day this is you beans and cornbread. Yes, that's beans and cornbread, child. And so maybe she changed her name to Sexy Cornbread because she's a lemonette child. Okay, I don't know, but that's beans and cornbread, right? And so uh, I don't know how the argument started, right? But uh the subject of the uh who owe who $1,000 for a bet, right? Now first just let me say, when it came to that argument right there, I found it really stupid. because in my opinion, Brooke, I mean Malik ain't got no $1,000 to give nobody in the first place, right? And neither does and Brianna might have it, but she ain't finna fork it over because she felt like he owed her $1,000. Now to keep saying that, maybe she was being sarcastic because I'm sure she knows that he wasn't never gonna give her no $1,000 anyway, right? So maybe she was just saying it to try to get under his skin or something. Maybe I don't know. Olivia storyline says y'all let these new subscribers lead with money, and run a muck in the beef sector. Running plays, done ran its course. Now y'all gotta create authentic content to make the sector lit again. Who is y'all? Cause baby, let me tell you something. Storyline. I don't run plays on my channel, and nobody leaves with money over here on my channel. So I hate when people say stuff like y'all, right? I was listening to YouTube cameras this morning, right? And she kept saying y'all as it pertains to Trump. Y'all elected him. Now y'all, no, y'all didn't do nothing. You should say some people, right? And so look, they all came with money. Who is they? Because they didn't come with money to my channel. Okay, because I don't do this sort of thing. I've been around it too long, right? So anyway, and the reason why the beef sector ain't gonna be lit again is because people are too afraid to beef. It don't matter if people are leading with money or not. If you are afraid to beef, the Umar boys, oh, okay, if people are afraid to beef, then they are simply afraid to beef. There are too many subscribers and content creators that have teamed up and decided to pick a side, right? You have women flocking to these male channels, which don't like them anyway, gay and straight, looking for protection, right? And you also have something that I'm getting ready to talk about right now. You see what I'm saying? So the beef sector is not going to be lit the way you want to be lit anyway, because people have allowed content creators bullying, and subscribers are afraid to speak up about some of the bullying and some of the plays and some of the lie roasting because they don't want to be kicked out the chat or whatever. You have allowed that to taint the beef sector. So no, it won't never be lit again. You got a lot of sensitive people around here, overly sensitive people around here. You got a lot of stuff. The reason why the beef sector will never be why it is again. Now I respect your opinion, but honey, look at her. I've been a content creator for years around here, okay? And I've seen the decline of the beef sector. And number one, the no, hey me out. The number one issue, in my opinion, with the beef sector is people are afraid to beef. Hey, YouTube cameras. So how you gonna be afraid to beef in the beef sector, right? And so anyway, what was I? I forgot where I was. CC's got brought out for money. Most don't beef because they need donors, or donors give money for beef scams, etc. Well, I mean, like, I think some of them did. I agree at some one time, but uh, if you got a content creator in the beef sector and they scared to beef because of money, then you have to ask yourself, is that a real content creator? You have to do that. You have to ask that of the content creator. Do you see what I'm saying? And so there are a lot of people around here clearly like plays and stuff like that. So it's just a sign of the times, but you have to take that up with your individual content creator, right? Because that is a issue, right? A personal issue when it comes to integrity. So anyway, y'all, moving right along. I forgot where I was. Okay, so the Gumbo challenge never was, right? So, I was talking about. Let me go back to the Gumbo challenge, right? So here's the thing. I don't hear a lot of people demanding Pizarro be accountable for the donations that she received via the Gumbo challenge that never was, right? So I did hear her yesterday. I heard a little bit of her live. Uh, beefing is content in this sector. Just read my book. Hence the term, the beef sector. Like we beef with each other. It's the beef sector. But you have people afraid to beef with each other. So anyway, uh, uh, The gumbo challenge never was. I don't hear an outcry of people demanding Pizarro be accountability. With with the monies that was received via donation. I did hear Pizarro saying she didn't. At one side of her mouth, she was saying she didn't get any donations for the gumbo challenge, which we know that's a lie, right? And also, out of the other side of her mouth, I heard her yesterday tell people on her panel when she was up there um, with Brianna when they was sound like they was trying to bully folks, right? At least they people saying, get the money back in blood, right? So you can't have it both ways. So clearly we know that, from what I understand, a lot of people wanted to see this gumbo challenge go off. Now, me myself, I even want to see how they was gonna pull it off because it takes hours and hours, to cook gumbo, right? You just can't cook gumbo in an hour, right? I mean, we talking about 4, 5, 6 hours to cook some gumbo, right? So, but I was thinking, well, maybe they'll have, commentary, in the midst of them, stirring the pot and adding the ingredients. And we know that, um, why she call you a scammer, Chefy? And adding ingredients and whatnot. So I just figured, well, maybe they was gonna do it like that and talk about other things, while the gumbo was cooking, and it was a weekend, and it would be they would make a like nice long live out of it because there wouldn't have been anything wrong with a live because we know that lemon, for instance, goes live for 8, 9, 10 hours, right? So okay, if nobody, people want to see it, nobody else didn't have nothing to do else to do, then okay, it could have been some good content, right? But another problem with the gumbo challenge to me, it would appear that a lot of people didn't want to join, in the challenge, and I think because it takes such a huge effort to pull off a pot of gumbo, right? And it takes a lot of ingredients to pull off a pot of gumbo, and then maybe they just didn't have time, and or maybe they just didn't want to. I don't know, but I don't think that people was lining up at the door to do the gumbo challenge, right? And so anyway, for whatever reason, like I said, I and then honestly, in a train of thought, see a couple of things can be right at the same time. I don't. I heard last week Pizarro was talking to, was it that Mama D lady or something like that, when she had tried to call off the challenge, and then Mama D was like, "No, don't call it off, cause I got my she had her ingredients or something like that, but she didn't know." She was kind of waving back and forth as to whether she was going to join the challenge for whatever reason or not. But Pizarro had called it off earlier in the week, did she not? Am I mistaken about that? And then all of a sudden it was back on, right? So if I'm not mistaken, right? So anyway, uh, it ultimately gets canceled, right? And so, but like I said, getting back to where's the money part of the thing, I don't hear a lot of people holding Pizarro in accountable as to the funds that she garnered via this gumbo challenge, right? Because we know that not only her what do you call her intels, but other people done donated to her because of this challenge. Because a lot of people was wanting to see it be pulled off. That's because Pizarro don't ask for donations until. Well, now see that now that's what she say, right? So I don't believe that. She was even saying yesterday, she tell on herself, she lied so much. But if you listen, she'll tell on herself because she was telling people to get it back in blood. When you telling somebody to get this donation money back in blood, that means you done got some donations ahead of time. And why would she not? It happens to all challenges. Hey, Groom Shaker. Hey, Mad Dilemma. I think people didn't want to join, and people didn't want to donate, because of scammers. I mean, that's possible too, right? But anyway, like I said, that's what she said. She don't take donations until the day of the challenge, which is a lie. We don't believe that. Okay, some of us don't believe it. And then at the other side of her neck, like I said, she talking about something they could get it back in blood and all this and all that, right? Which is a bullying tactic to me as it pertains to maybe her people. Maybe her people are going to go for that, and maybe a lot of people are going for, because I don't hear a backlash, right? I don't see why she got to be more special than Nika, for instance, right? So Nika, is which I said Nika was a soft target. Now we remember when KRN led the charge, as to calling Nika a scammer, once again. But we know this info been out about Nika for years. It ain't nothing new. But what made it this different this time was that KRN led the charge, right? And so everybody was getting behind him. So I'm thinking, are they waiting for somebody like a KRN to lead the charge, when it comes to holding Pizarro accountable for these monies that she clearly got, for the Gumbo challenge, even though she said she didn't get it, and then turn around and said get the money back in blood, right? So I'm thinking, well, where do I board the hate train, right? The accountability train, right? And so, haven't seen that yet, right? And then she got over there, like I said, piece of the scam the girls and have the audacity to say B sectors dead. Right. Mama D said the Super Bowl. What about the Super Bowl? But anyway, uh she said by the and then, people that did donate to her before the challenge should have been insulted, and maybe they were. They just didn't say anything about telling us get it back in blood and all of this and all that. And I found it very interesting that nobody checked her on that comment, right? Now I also heard Ness did a video over there. I didn't get to listen to I listened to a little bit of it, but I didn't really listen to the part where she supposed to be interviewing somebody named what was their name? Stephen or Peter Pound Killer. See, I don't know who those people are, right? Now I seen Pizarro's 16-minute live because it was only 16 minutes long, but she was basically saying this was fake and something about a narrative and all of this and all of that, right? Because this didn't want to hear the truth because it didn't fit her narrative and all of this and all that, right? So all that's well and good, but my issue is, where's the accountability train, right? Like I said, it happened to Nika, and not only did it happen to Nika, okay, y'all remember when Sassy pulled the trip from Selfie, the Vegas trip from Sheffy? People demanded that Sassy immediately return those donations that she got within an hour, I believe Sassy said, right? They demanded that she return all that money expeditiously, right? I do not see that going on in the case of Pizarro and this Gumbo challenge, because just like Sassy pulled that trip away from Sheffy, the Gumbo challenge was canceled, right? So canceled is canceled. But I don't see anybody demanding that she return the money expeditiously or anything, right? I don't hear some of our more vocal content creators speaking on it like they did on Nika's thing. I jumped in on the Nika thing, and a whole lot of people did, right? And so I'm just wondering where the accountability train is, right? I'm just saying, you know. I guess people prefer to be scammed by, but who? Right, and you know what I mean. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to some of these subscribers and I guess content creators, they pick and choose. But like I said, when it comes to Nika was a soft target, right? So, but what about Pizarro? So evidently she's some kind of big bully, her and Brianna or something, and people able to be are afraid to speak against them or something. Cause she done told y'all to get that money back in blood. Okay? And then she lying and say she didn't get no money, no donations ahead of time, which we know that's a damn lie. Okay, so you just choose to want to believe the lie, like you want to choose believe she ain't got docs and we don't know what her face look like, right? Okay. One person sent a piece of money, she sent it right back and said, "Don't give me money till the day of the child." And that was one person, but I wonder who the person was and wonder why she did it. Okay. But what about the other donations that she did keep? See, that's called trying to cover yourself, Lisa. All right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, don't have it on Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday was not this past weekend; it was the weekend before. So, unless I done lost track of time or something. This past weekend was not Super Bowl Sunday. It was the weekend before. So I'm confused. But anyway, um, yeah, that's what I'm wondering about that. Where's the accountability train? I've been looking around. I've been waiting to hear from it. Like I said, they say Ness. I said Neil child was talking to somebody from another sector about the challenge, and I don't know who this Stefan and this other person is, the Peter Pan. I don't know who they are. You know what I mean? So I didn't understand that line of questioning. I don't get that. Right there. So I don't know if they. Now I did hear that I guess the Peter Pan killer person promoted her gumbo challenge in another sector. I heard something about D Darrell donating, or maybe not donating, or was considering donating, or something, right? And so, but yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't understand why people continue to give a piece of their money, knowing she's a scammer, a thief. I know that's right. I agree with that cornbread. But people have their faves. Like I said, some people take 9,000 tons of boo boo in order to be seen in somebody's chat or whatever, right? And they really don't want to speak on it. I said, well, I'm gonna speak on it. Okay, so whatever. Hey Miss O, log off and take care of the kids. Hey Miss O, call out because piece of mindless millions will lie and jump through hoops. That man said he gave. So yeah, and I heard some man say that he gave her money, right? Oh, they in the same sector as Shaquem. Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, so yeah, I didn't even know that she was that close to anybody in that sector over there. Now I did hear her talking about somebody named Stephen, the way he talk crazy about people over here in the B sector or something. Like I said, I never even seen the person in a chat. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't be checking, so I don't know the background on that person or really what's going on. But I'm assuming him and D. Darrell and Peter Poundakiller, which is the Umar sector, is sniffing back around over here again. Am I assuming correctly? you know. And then we also know Pizarro then started allowing men, up on her panel, which she didn't have no choice, in my opinion, but to acquiesce to that type of situation because of the way that the sector is moving. And I think, like I said, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I think that part of the reason why, now I did hear Ned saying, it was D. Darrell gave her money too. Oh, okay. I do think again I heard Ness talking about um how the women gravitate to the men's channel. You know what I mean? We have had a lot of female content creators complain about that when it comes to these women, over here. That's why he had it the following Sunday. I'm not following you, Chanel. I'm trying to follow along, but okay. But anyway, um, I think that part of the reason you see, so hey, soul sister, some of these women flocking to these males channels, I think a lot of it is for protection, honestly, right? In their mind, it's going to be protect. They're going to be protected from some of these more outspoken female content creators, right? That's how I see it. But not knowing the whole time that they don't like y'all either, right? You got the women, of flocking. You know how they flock to Lemon and try to protect him and all of this and all that. You see that going around there at KRNs and and even ODS. You know what I mean? And so I think for part of the reason they feel a sense of protection under these men on these channels, but not knowing the honey, they don't like y'all like that either. Anyway, they will throw y'all under the bus, right? And so we've seen pretty examples about that. But anyway, Des complained about that. And she said, she was going back and forth about, who she promoted and all this and all that. And she been holding her tongue and she ain't going to do that no more and all this and all that. So we're going to have to see, right? But at the genesis of the gripe was the women that give all this support to the men, right? For whatever reason, right? So that's what she was talking about. I did hear that. Uh, Now I don't know why, but I heard her say that Brooke wasn't I don't know what happened, in the best frame of mind when it came to her right now. That baby her and Brooke had some words about what I don't know. You know what I mean? But I don't know what that was about, but I did hear that, right? And so I just found it interesting. But like I said, but having said all of that, are most of you subscribers and other content creators waiting for somebody to lead the charge when it comes to holding Pizarro accountable about these monies that was donated to her because of the Gumbo challenge, and the Gumbo challenge never happened, right? Like I said, first she's saying nobody donate to her because they donate on the day of, because they donate the day of, and now it's leaking out a little bit at a time. And of course, we knew that she done got donations ahead of time anyway. But then she hollered up on her panel yesterday where they're gonna have to get it back in blood, right? So, but I don't hear any accountability training, like I said, like it was when it came to Nika, right? So are y'all waiting for somebody to take the lead and lead the charge, or are these outspoken content creators like KRN even afraid to speak on it? I'm not afraid to speak on it. That's why I got questions. But this is just my commentary. Okay. Thank you, Angela. I'm no Joe said good morning. It's not the first time DJ Real hit people cash ups, I guess apps. Um, from the sector, from the UMA sector, and also gay people in the B sector. So it's nothing for him. I'm not saying that it is. That's not the point whether D Darrell gave her the money or not. The point is, she clearly accepted these monies, and not saying it was D Darrell would have to say that he gave the money for the gumbo challenge or not, but there were a lot of people clearly that donated to her before the date of the gumbo challenge, and I don't hear anybody holding her accountable when it comes to returning those funds. And like I said, we've had a couple of, hey Seven had a couple of examples where people they had an issue about that type of scam, right? We know Niga, which was a soft target, and it happened to Sassy too, right? When it came to Sheffy and her getting rid of her pulling out of Chevy's trip. People were all a fluster until Sassy gave every last bit of that money back to the people that had donated that day. So why is Pizarro being held at a different standard? That is my question, right? Where's the accountability train, right? I'm just saying, Miss ODCC's is scared to speak up. That's why we respect you for. Well, I will thank you for log off. Yeah. And so anyway, that's just something I noticed. Okay, especially but that part when she said get it back in blood, I was like, no, she did. Who the hell? And then she was talking, hey CEO, real big. I'm like, oh, she on her bullet train today. I'm like, wow. And people are really going for it. Oh, if D the real gave piece of the money for the gumbo challenge, and it wasn't used for that, it's stealing. Well, I'm in Monroe. That's what I'm saying. Because, like I said, they demanded Sassy give the money back, and Sassy gave the money back. But people was all a fluster about that. Okay? It's happened before. That's what I'm saying. But it's not happening in the case of concerning Pizarro. I don't see that. I don't see or hear that happening. And so I'm wondering why. Just asking. Happened in the case of Nika. People still dogging Nika out. Okay, now everybody know how Nika is, but why do Nika get held to one standard that and Pizarro is not getting held to that same standard? Now I did hear Brianna ask that question yesterday, and it's the truth. Who's going to lead the charge? I don't see nobody leading the charge for the accountability train. Why is there a double or even triple standard? I'm confused. Y'all scared of that loudmouth chicken head or something? Y'all scared y'all won't be able to drop down in her chat? Like, what's going on? And why would you be so disrespectful to your own people or anybody that donated to you, including D. Darrell, ahead of time, talking about get the money back in blood? That goes to show your lack of integrity. She's been stealing, and yes, I said it. If it goes for Nika, it goes for pizza as well. I agree. It went for Sassy. Hey, Lisa Michaels. I'm just trying. I'm just asking. You know, I don't see anybody leading the charge at all. I guess they're scared of the chicken head. Child, I don't know. I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, uh, that's what I got to say about that child. I saw it very interesting. So let's talk about Pizza is a thief, period. I mean, she knows she is, and her people do too. Sassy did Sheffy wrong, in my opinion. Well, see, that's not the point. The point is they demanded that Sassy, whether you think she did Sheffy wrong or not, is not my point. The point I'm trying to make, hey Colette Lucas, is that they demanded that Sassy return the money that she received after that donation drive. They expected her to return that money expeditiously. Now she did return the money. Even though she returned the money, some people were even complaining that she didn't give the money back fast enough. But nevertheless, she still gave all the money back. Ain't nobody asking when she got ready. Right, when she still gave it all back. Pizza said get it in blood. Hey Deanna. Pizza said get it in blood. So okay. Pizza and this are trying to deflect to attacking Brooke. Well, we can already talk about that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you hear how she was on Brianna's panel hollering and saying she don't give a F and she don't have to explain. Yeah, she don't have to explain nothing. Other people do though. She does have a nasty attitude, but like I said, I guess piece of done stole some. Yeah, she done stole the gumbo challenge money, Deanna. And she told folks to get it back in blood. Okay, child. Yes, honey, the gumbo challenge that never was. Then she trying to say that she didn't get no donations. Then she'll turn around and say she got a donation. Then she'll say she got a donation, but she sent one back. Then she try to say get it back in blood. So okay, King Roman did address it. I thought he did a live about the challenge. Now I know he did a live before the challenge. I don't know if he's done one after. And if he did, okay, I might have missed it. You know what I mean? I be in and out. But I don't see him running no accountability train like he did for Nika. I don't see that happening. Okay. She said we jealous and stop counting her pockets. Well, all right. Well, all right. And like I said, there was accountability train when it came to Sassy and the Sheffy situation as well. I done hear Sassy saying get it back in blood. Okay. Sure. Make it make sense. hmm But anyway, double standards. So I don't know. I guess they scared of the little chicken head girl. I don't know. I don't know, Deanna. I don't know. But anyway, moving right along. That's just my question. That's one question. So another question that I got talking about the vet Brooke and he hasn't spoken since the challenge was canceled. Oh, okay. Thank you, Buddha Bell, because I didn't think so. I was like, well, maybe I missed that video. Child, that girl is bottom of the gutter, a nasty thief. We are sick of her. She was counting people's pockets. She always counting people's pockets. I don't believe she got anything, or they feel dumb for donating. I believe. Well, clearly she got something because she told me to get it back in blood, Deanna. And maybe they do feel dumb, for donating, but they absolutely is not going to hold her accountable for what they gave, and she talking out of both sides of her neck too, by the way. So yeah, I remember when people was dragging fire about the 5K. Well, yeah, that happened too. 5K money. Yeah, yeah. A mindless followers enable her. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure they'll be that. I guess they need to speak up. Well, Deanna, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't hear. I haven't heard the videos of anybody trying to hold her accountable. Coming from now, I heard Ness talking about it a little bit, but she wasn't asking her to be accountable. You know. I didn't hear about Bree and her man on Valentine's affair. If I gave the money back after the sector drag, yes, she did. And also, Sassy gave the money back. She couldn't give it back fast enough because people was on her about that money, child. She wasn't trying to keep it. Even the girl from Chicago didn't say she was get show didn't Deanna. But Pizarro said they can get it back. They need to try to get it back in blood, honey. I said, wow, okay. That's how you doing it? All right. All right. But that's what she said. Get it back in blood. I was like, child. Mm-mm. 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 I said, well, okay. But anyway, I found that interesting. I want to talk about that for a little bit. So now let's talk about Brooke and her husband versus Brooke and Malik versus Brianna and her man, or mostly Brianna, right? So I don't know how that got started exactly, but I remember hearing about honey, let me clean up so I can talk ish. I know that's right, together, right? Chill. So, when it comes to Bree versus Malik, right? We know this has been going on for a while. About I don't know why. I don't know why Brianna decided to focus in on this Malik and the divorce papers, that were the divorce papers were supposed to be what do you call it, sent to Brooke, but she never got them. Malik said they were never served, and Brianna was saying, I think she was saying they was served or they were supposed to be served or whatever. But anyway, some kind of way she ended up, let her tell it, he ended up owing her $1,000, right? Now, for me, I never really could pay a lot of attention to that conversation. Oh, I don't know, Deanna. I don't know. I don't know, Deanna. Now, I hadn't heard that. They let it go. Right, soul sister, right? And so, but for whatever reason, they got it back and forth about that, about the paperwork over the weekend. Uh, 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 from what I understand, Malik was talking to crazy to her. I think think it heard it started. The conversation maybe got heated over another challenge. They was talking about doing a pot roast challenge or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, Ness did Brooke dirty last night. She wants to be a part of Pizza Crew so bad. Said right, Deanna. I remember her saying that the man. Oh, you know what? Is that the same man that she said had got married? Is that the same guy? Oh wow, I don't know. Oh wow, interesting, right? So anyway, I heard mention of a potluck. I don't know how. Can somebody tell me how it got started between her and Malik? But anyway, hey, chill out. They got into it, right? And she was calling him bees, and first she played the audio back of when she was talking and then he was talking, and then it turned, at first it went ugly and then it turned ugly, right? Now Bree not picking up different. Well, that's true, dear. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But the lawnmower man, Prison Bay, has 8 children. This tells everyone don't take her and Pizarro B seriously. Well, that's true. Bree said, well, they do each other dirty. I do agree with that. Oh, Bree said people jealous because she got a man, child. Okay. But anyway, they got into it pretty good. Bree said he owed her $1,000 about this court paper stuff. Brooke said that Bree owed them $1,000 and all of this and all that, right? And then Brooke also said, just let me say that Brooke said this morning on her community while via YTC them that she was going to take her mental health break because she had threatened to dox Brianna's guy over there. Um, how you bet $1,000 to prove something that ain't nobody business. I know that's right, Buddha Bell Child. I'm getting her right. Hey, Cosmic Girl. So anyway, uh, uh, I don't understand that either. Like it was nobody's big. Now I also understand that Brooke gave people permission to look up the paperwork, right? From what I understand, right? But did he give people permission to look up Brooke or his eviction or something like that? Because that is doxing, right? So Brianna did dox that information because what does eviction have to do with the divorce papers? Whether they were served or not, these two are still in a dysfunctional marriage, right? Now, see, um, part of my issue is when it comes to Brooke, no, when it comes to Brianna, it seems like she zeroed in on Brooke and Malik's relationship, and I think that after that happened after people start talking about her, her man had been in prison and he just there for the income tax, and he just there till he get out probation or parole or whichever one it is, right? And so I think she set out to find somebody's relationship more dysfunctional than hers, or even more ratchet than hers, to kind of throw off or rationalize in her mind what's going on in her house, right? Redox them, but claims she not. Honey, she been a doc, so I've been saying that for years, okay? And ain't nobody. Now I heard a couple of people saying something about the doxing because one thing didn't have to do with the other, in my opinion. I don't feel like she had to go so low. You know what I mean? But I also feel like when it comes to Bree, Anna, that there is a lot of misplaced anger. You know what I mean? But like I said, I think that she set out when this whole thing got started to make somebody else have a worse relationship than hers, because people was talking about what was going on between her and her man, right? So that's how, in my mind, um, that's right, Monroe. But see, here's the thing about that. Oh my God, I'm getting to that hustle. I forgot about that, but let me talk about it, child. When it comes to Brianna doxing other people, she ain't got a problem with it. But let somebody say they're gonna dox her or her job, and she'll lose her ish. Okay? So I don't know why she around here. Now she been doxing people for years. She won't always let you know that she do it, but for whatever reason, this time she got comfortable letting people know, that she did it. You know what I mean? But let somebody say they're gonna dox her or her job, and she gonna lose her ish, right? So two wrongs don't make it right. So that's very interesting to me. Like what does the eviction got to do with somebody's divorce? And when it comes to Brooke and Malik, in my opinion, uh, well, we all know, we can see that they have a very dysfunctional marriage, but it's their marriage nonetheless, right? So whether Malik filled out the divorce papers and decided not to do it or not, at the end of the day, they are still married. But because they bring the stuff to YouTube, we all are involved in that aspect of their marriage, right? I would never bring my personal business, my marriage, to YouTube, right? But they got some kind of commonality when it comes to YouTube. I think they both, whatever it is that they're lacking or think that they're lacking in their marriage, they think they can come on YouTube and get it, right? I think the relationship is toxic. I think they have bad communication skills. You know what I mean? But I really do think that Malik was opposed to the amount of time that Brooke was online at first, but now he's kind of leaning into it himself, because he's getting attention online just like she getting attention online. So both of them kind of seeking attention or validation or maybe even both or whatever, from online, when they should be trying to seek that within the confines of their marriage. But it's toxic, but I think deep down inside, they still love each other. How long they been together? I know they got at least one child together, right? So it's gonna be dysfunctional, right? So you betting Malik betting somebody $1,000 about divorce papers. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be for. people's significant other being on YouTube is wild. Malik always want right. You know what I mean? Because when Brooke start her stuff online, here come Malik. Okay. So I mean, I don't take none of it seriously because I don't. When it comes to their marriage, because I don't think they take their marriage seriously. You know, I really don't, and that's unfortunate. But it's toxic and it's dysfunctional. But it's their marriage nonetheless, right? But just like when it comes to Brianna, that situation that she got going on over there is clearly toxic and dysfunctional, right? So you've been fooling with this man forever, and he done got out of jail, and so he allegedly got. So I don't know if that's the man that she was talking about that she was fooling with got married or not, but I know he's supposed to have had a whole lot of kids. I don't know, but he done got out of jail because you done allowed him to come out of your house, come to your house, so that he could get out of jail on probation. And if he's married, that means his wife wouldn't let him come to her house, right? So I guess he didn't have no other choice but to come to your house, and you allowed it. That's dysfunctional within itself. And is that safe? Is that even safe? But clearly you got some misplaced anger going on Brianna. And this ain't no drag. It's just my commentary. You said that you called that man. Okay, I think they said something about you calling Malik a B. And then you said you called that man that you got over there in your house a B as well. That's just how people talk in Florida, right? I was like, wow. So my thing is, if you ever get now, the reason why I say you got some misplaced anger is because of the way you're moving right now, right? Like, first, it seemed like something happened at one point. Cause first she was like, "Oh, I ain't got time for YouTube. I'm doing this, that, and the other. We doing it with the kids. We doing this, that, and the other. Blah, blah, blah." You couldn't hardly do commentary at all, and now all of a sudden you come online being real mean and real vile. So what's done changed? See, that's what y'all have to ask yourself. Are y'all looking at that? What's going on right now? You know. And as far as you invite, and I don't care if Brooke and what's his name, Malik, do have a dysfunctional relationship. I don't understand why you invited that man to your vajayjay, and that is somebody's husband. Whether their relationship is dysfunctional or not. Sometimes, Brianna, you say stuff that I'm thinking that too, Deanna, right? You say stuff that is absolutely self-deprecating, and absolutely unnecessary. I don't know. I think you are. I think who was that said you was suffered from was that Dimples that said you suffered from what did I say? She said a body dysmorphia, right? Now I don't know if you suffer from body dysmorphia or you delusional, right? But and I see you being self-deprecating. That's why you come on camera. That's why you show the weight loss, the exercise stuff. That's why you even got it in the intro of your video now. You try to make people think that you don't have a problem with your weight and all this and all that, right? That's called self-deprecation, right? So I understand all that. So for that reason, when you invite people, then you talk about this actual stuff that you want people to believe is going on, and people start. And I think you get upset when people start questioning how was that possible? Do you see what I'm saying? You bring a lot of those reads onto yourself, Deanna or Brianna. Oh, I said Deanna, Brianna, with a lot of that stuff that's coming out of your mouth. But when you invited that woman's husband to your JJ, no matter what he said to you, I felt like that was out of order. And from what I understand, he did say a lot of stuff to you. They said, and I didn't hear it, but Brooke said that Brooke, don't be laughing at me, Deanna. You know I didn't mean to say your name. Said that Brooke read you over there, for filth on her channel for a whole hour about saying that. And so what do you think was going to happen? She was right, whether the relationship is dysfunctional or not. She was right to drag you for disrespecting her husband. See, it's one thing for her to disrespect her husband, it's another thing for you to come out and invite her husband to your JJ, right? That's just flat out too much, right? And she got so upset that she was gonna dox. She said she was gonna dox that guy that's in your house over there, right? But now she's saying, you know what? I'm just gonna take a mental health break. She don't even want to deal with it, and I honestly don't blame her. But if you notice, they moved as a unit. I heard that too. But we talking about Brianna right now, right? But that's coming. I got something to say about that too. So, but we're not gonna divert away from this conversation. I don't know why you dropped that down here. I heard that too. That's not who I'm not talking about, Toya. Okay, so anyway, I don't feel like it was necessary. I understand the self-deprecation. I don't understand when you come out here and talk about these XX and stuff. I guess you got that going on in your head, but some people don't see how it's physically possible for all of this stuff to be going on in your ex life, like the logistics of it all. Some people don't see how that's feel. And then you got the man, hey Precious 314, coming out here and validating it. I heard him say, she said, yeah, I call him a B too, talking about her man. And he was right there talking about something, but he ain't got a problem with it because he got a thick skin or whatever, whatever. No, nigga, you just don't care. Because you finna to go anyway. You just waiting for your time to be up and for you to get off that probation. Okay, that's why you don't care, right? Now let's keep it a buck. Now that's just how I see it, right? And so, and I also think he come out here and exaggerate when he say stuff like, which is equally gross, when he come out and say stuff like, and I heard him say this, ain't nobody gonna, eat that, for JJ but me. And I'm thinking, nigga, hey Neil Studio, you know good and damn well you telling a lie. Like I said, how was it logistically possible? Okay? Don't forget a lot of these people can't walk and chew gum. That's true too. That's part of the reason why the sector has changed. Nobody's holding anybody accountable. I agree with that. Absolutely. Right. I'm just saying how is that possible? It's like it don't make sense, right? It's not logical. It's just feeding into the delusion, right? And so, and then like I said, this ain't. I'm not trying to drag Bree because I don't do that no more. But this is just my commentary because some stuff just don't make no sense. Like I said, hey Hershey Kisses, whether that girl is in a dysfunctional marriage or not, it's still their marriage. Okay? Leave me alone, Deanna. It's still their marriage, and you was wrong for that. For real. And I'm sure Malik, and then I heard Malik, some of the stuff Malik was saying about you, and you said the your man, wanted to say something to him. And then I think I heard Malik say that he wasn't gonna argue with the man, because I'm thinking in my mind, why would Malik even bother? Like Malik know what the deal is. Why would he even bother arguing with the dude? Like, why? You know, you know. I kind of agree with that too, Cosmic Girl. Cosmic Girl said, and he knows, and he has to know that by saying that it's going to cause folks to drag. And I also think that, can y'all imagine how that makes her feel when he hears, when he's in the background listening to people drag her? Do you see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times she really tries to wait till he's not there to go live, you know. And so, yeah, Miss O, I said that in somebody's chat, I guess chat. If the Gumbo challenge was canceled, why didn't she give those people their money back? Right, but we don't have no accountability train like it was with Nika, though, do we? There has got to be so much buildup in between. Well, I didn't mean to read that. Brooke says she calls Malik B too. I can believe that it's dysfunction. It's dysfunction, but that's her husband, and clearly It don't matter what going on online, whether they be mad at each other for a while and all of this and all that. At the end of the day, they're gonna be together. And Brooke and Malik, if y'all listening to this, what y'all need to do, since clearly y'all not gonna not fool, stop fooling with one another, is go to marriage counseling and take it seriously. I heard Sassy talking about this morning, and I agree with her about Brooke exuding all of this masculine energy, right? Now, I don't have a problem with women exuding. I don't even call it masculine energy. It's just that when you feel like that you have to be the head of the household, that is what is going to happen, because it's not natural for the wife to have to lead the family. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to talk to my husband like I talk to these men online, because he leads the family. He protects and he provides. So that means I don't have to exude the masculine energy. I'm not the one that has to protect and provide, hunt and gather. I'm not the one that has to do that. So when you see black women and you calling them masculine, are they really masculine? Or are they just so used to taking care of home? So I don't agree with that masculine energy thing. So, you know, worried about but they should be worried about a gender role. There has to be a gender, there has to be, I agree with that to some extent, because when it comes to black people in marriage, it's about reciprocity, right? It's about you give a little, I give a little, you give a lot, I give a lot, right? So it is, in essence, about a role, right? So why would I talk to my husband like I talk to these dudes online, especially like the he-man woman haters, right? Or any male online? Why would I do that? But then you got somebody like Brianna admitting to people that she called her man to be for however long he there, and Brooke doing it too. But because Brooke, you and Malik are married, and y'all clearly, like I said, ain't gonna fool with nobody else, y'all need to get some kind of resolution in your relationship, because it don't have to be this dysfunctional. Both of y'all are coming online because you're missing something in your marriage. Whatever it is that you're missing in your marriage, you're not gonna find it online, Brooke, and you're not either, Malik. And why are y'all bringing y'all marriage online anyway? As long as he in the house, he is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he allowed himself to be. Like I said, Deanna, I say it all the time. If you are with a man and he has to ask you to be the head of the family, then hey, Dr. Sophie, then he clearly is not the head of the family. Okay? Because the man that is not emasculated assumes his role. He don't have to be anything. He don't have to be asked to be the breadwinner, the hunt together. He don't have to ask to be the protector. Okay, he is naturally the protector and the provider. He don't have to ask. He is just simply the head of the family. Okay, and for that reason, you garner some respect for that man. He don't even have to ask for respect, because if he have to ask for it, then he is not worthy of it, right? But he gains your respect, especially respect of a black woman, because black women are loyal. He gains your respect by doing what he's supposed to do, which is take care of home. Now, if a woman, which more times over a black woman, has to assume that role, and you are even in the house with her, why is she going to give you that respect when she is the one that's wearing the pants in the family? That don't even make no sense. It's called accountability. Okay? So Malik, it sounds like you left your mail card at the door, dude. Okay? That's what it sounds like. Men work and provide. Malik sat there and let them same people drag Brooke and talk about her like a dog. He trashed to me. Well, there's another point. Now, let me tell you something. I don't even understand why both of them are online. My husband don't like social media, right? Now, I'm not trying to down no man for social media unless you sitting on her all day when you could be sitting at a fucking job working and providing for your family, right? But my husband don't even like social media. He don't got no Facebook page. He don't even like the text. Okay? This is my thing. You will never, ever, 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 ever hear me feeling like I need for my man to come online and protect me when it comes to any conversation that I'm having online. Number one, it's online. And number two, just like I got a very strong personality. And if you come for me, I'm coming for you. And I don't need nobody talking up for me in the background. Okay? Because see, what it's telling me, just like when I was over in the ministry sector, even over here, if you are coming at me in that way, you are telling me that you have allowed the system to emasculate you. And because you have had the system to emasculate you, don't come over here giving me a freaking tone. Okay? Because I already think less of you. All right? Because you've allowed that to happen. So I can swing for myself. What you gonna do? Talk like what? I mean, what? Go back and forth with me? Okay. You ain't gonna put your hands on me. So why would I need my husband to come online and say or prove anything? What he better be doing, and what he ought to be doing, and what I know, I don't even have to say better. What I know he doing is what his role is: providing and protecting, and shaking his head at me. Okay, child. That's what he's doing. He's shaking his head at me. All right. That's why I try to do this and have these conversations when he's not in the house, because I don't want the side eye. Okay. I'm just saying. It is what it, this is my hobby. He got his own hobby. Social media is not his hobby. I'm not even trying to down no man. If social media is their hobby, as long as they doing what they supposed to do in the home. Now arguing back and forth with women, okay. I got 72 likes. Can y'all please get me to 100 likes? Ah, it is what it is, right? I came online arguing back and forth with men, right? So I'm used to it. What's different over here these days in the B sector is a lot of these women is up. They try to protect these men, and these men don't even like y'all like that. They ain't gonna try to protect y'all, okay? But y'all trying to protect and run up under them for protection when they ain't trying to protect y'all like that anyway. They're just trying to get the content. And I even heard that Malik was thinking about starting him a channel. And guess what? If he starts a channel, I think it'll do very well over here. Okay? Because he ain't going to be doing nothing no different than the other men over here. Dragging black women while being married to a black woman. Okay? I don't either log off. I cannot. I don't have the attention span for that. We haven't had to cut grass months around here. You a mess, Lady Tia. Real doing good. And I would say I'm very proud of her. Rita doing her thing. Why is her name even in the chat? Did something happen? As far as I know, Rita doing just fine. But yeah, but like I said, I think when it comes to you, Brianna, you got some misplaced anger going on. And I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't think you necessarily have. You could have some form of. I don't know. I ain't even. It's so much going on with you, girl. I wish you the best. That's why I don't try to drag you no more. After, like I say, after I seen you on that cruise ship, that really said a lot to me. And like I was like, you know what? Everybody else can drag her. I ain't finna drag her no more. God bless her. Cause you're so young. I don't even know. We don't know. What's really going on in your world. But what we do know is that you come online, to try to escape your reality, whatever your reality is, you know. But I don't know what's done changed. It seems like something has changed when it comes to you in a relationship or whatever you call that you got going on with that man. Some people said in the chat maybe his time is about up. Who knows? You say you calling him a B, but girl, what is he calling you? And you got to feel a way about hearing some of the things that people say. Hear him, hear when he is there and he hears some of the things that people are saying about you. That's got to be embarrassing on some level. I mean, it would be for me. I'm sure anybody else. So I don't know. And as far as all of those, but when it comes to the ex stuff, you shall not be inviting nobody to your JJ. You should not be talking about. I even heard her one day talking about something she was squirting. I'm thinking, girl, have you been looking at Pornhub or something? Like, what the hell is going on? And then the mouth is just so ratchet. Is that a Florida thing when the mouth is just disrespectful? Just say anything after and just any and this not only her. Pizarro does that too, and it grosses me out. It's just like when I hear women using the cunt word. I'm thinking, how dare you? Like, do you have like no self respect? Because that is so ick to me. Okay, I'm like, girl, to each his own, but calling each other's bees is not a regular thing. Is that right, Lady Tia? Because the way she said it, they all call each other bees down there in Florida. I was like, chill. That's just them, right, Lady Tia? I agree with that. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. They are uncouth. They are absolutely uncouth, okay? And had no woman to teach them how to be ladies. I absolutely agree. Not even a lady. What about being a woman? What bad about respecting yourself as a woman? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, my God. Why would you allow all this stuff? Do you not think it's not nothing wrong with that stuff that's coming out your mouth? That is not cute. Not in my opinion. Now, I guess some people will call me old school, but old school or new school, if you are a woman, why would you let that stuff come out of your mouth, especially when you're talking about your own body, your own self? Like, why would you do that? I mean, my God, but like I've said, I agree, they're uncool. And they didn't have no women to teach them how to be ladies. I agree with that. I don't know married women that carry themselves like trash. Are you talking about Brooke? Well, like I said, it's total dysfunction over there. But they ain't gonna leave each other. But they come together in the midst of the dysfunction. If you notice that, and you can ask Doctor the Soapy. That's a real thing when couples are dysfunctional, but then they come together in the midst of dysfunction. But any other time they at each other's throat. But when you get an outside party, they're gonna defend each other. Okay? Because they are still a couple. They are still married. They still love each other on some level. It's just dysfunction. Now, Brooke, you do not have to carry yourself like that. I don't know what it is that you lacking, but you are a pretty woman. Okay? If you want to, what you need to be worried about, even if you have to help him, because you are clearly the breadwinner of the family or the leader, you the one that wear the pants. You need to be helping your man become what it is that you need him to be. And maybe, or try to come to some middle ground. Since you've been taking the lead, take the lead on that, girl. And Malik, you don't need to be around here trying to act like you JJ badass when you can't even take her home. Okay? So while you on here trying to be disrespectful to women, and I heard that stuff that they said you said to Toya Alto, and I'm like, oh my God, it is disgusting. So if you choose to start your channel, and it will be in the beef sector, which means you will be going back and forth with women, you just sound like a he-man black woman hater. Okay? So maybe you got some ill feelings when it comes to black women because of your wife, because of what's going on in your home. Maybe you feel less than a man because your wife got to wear the pants in the family. Okay? Then Malik hit that guy pills pound after that guy said what he wanted to do with his wife. Told me all I need to know about child. Instead of claiming that you married, go to school and get that too. But they in it now. They in it. They ain't going nowhere when it comes to each other. So try to make it functional. But as far as betting somebody as to your divorce papers or not, Why would you even do that? And and I don't even think Brianna thought she was gonna get no $1,000 for real. She just wants something to say to hold it over your head. And Brooke turned around and did the same thing. No, you owe me $1,000, and I want my money now. Neither one of them. I only need 19 more likes, y'all. You know, expected to get no $1,000 about a bet. The paperwork, but the doxing was too much. Okay, you know. But like I said, Brianna, I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like you got some misplaced anger. You know, you done got real mean again. First you was in, in relationship bliss, and now I guess you coming down from that relationship bliss. You know what I mean? Because you done got real mean again. And so, of course, we not gonna know what it's about, but some of us can tell the difference. But sometimes if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. And I'm talking about as it pertains to that guy, you know. And so, yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Oh, and um, you got $4, but you can spend all day on YouTube. Who got $4? Malik got $4. I thought they had boys. Oh, you talking about a girl over there, allegedly. Oh, okay. Child. Like I said, I said what I had to say about her. I'm just waiting for the accountability train to start rolling. That same train that people jumped on board with Sassy, and people are still jumping on board when it comes to Nika. I'm waiting for that train to get started because I haven't seen it going down any tracks yet. So I find it interesting. Okay. hmm Like I said, people pick and choose, and so that's part of the reason why the beef sector is on life support as well. People too sensitive. They're scared to say something because they don't want to stop coming in somebody's chat. That they're scared to somebody might have had a problem that donated to Pizarro about the gumbo challenge that never happened. But they'll never say nothing about it. But if somebody started a hate train, especially one of these guys started a hate train about it concerning the returning of the money, they would feel safe to speak up then under the guise of whoever it is, whatever guy in particular that's done started the I ain't gonna say hate train, but the accountability train. They'll feel comfortable then. See, that's part of the reason. That's part of what's going on in the beef sector as well. People flat out too sensitive and afraid to be. Now, I also wasn't on this morning um when YouTube cameras was talking about how some of the I guess subscribers don't want to hit the link because they don't want to say something and it'll cause them to get doxxed. That's a problem too. So maybe some people ain't more interactive because they don't want to get doxxed. And that's messed up. But that hurts the sector as well when people got to be in fear of being doxxed. Which I know I don't agree with the docs and stuff. If you got a dox, and that means you immediately lost. And I don't care who you are. Okay. If you got a dox, that means you lost, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. Didn't Brooke, didn't Brooks, didn't Brooke M one of Shelley moderators? Scam one of Shelley moderators about that fake. Well, yeah, she did her scamming too. But what they got to do with this gumbo challenge? And everybody tore her up about the baby stuff. She was calling to accountability for that. Now I knew it was a lie when it first started years ago. But folks act like they thought she was pregnant for real and all that. I felt like that was a scam within itself. That started on Pizarro's channel. Okay? That whole lie. But people call her to accountability about that. That's not what's going on with Pizarro though. Not at all. So I'm just asking. It's just my commentary on it. I was waiting to see it, child. I ain't seen nothing. hmm So yeah. But as far as I don't know, uh, like I said, I don't know what's going on when it comes to um Brianna and her relationship situation. But and I really don't even think what's going on with her. It's probably got to do with her relationship, her having relationships in general. That's what I think. Maybe that's the misplaced anger. You know what I mean? Didn't Nika and Pisa claim they saw the baby? They're all liars and scammers. Yes, I believe I heard that they did, but yeah, they all liars and scammers. But like I said, if Nika got called to the carpet, why Pisa ain't getting called to the carpet? Brooke got called to the carpet. I'm just one. Do I have 100 like shit, Dr. Soapy? I I I I don't hear nobody saying nothing, but okay. I just figured I'd mention it, child. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Mm-mm-mm. And I forgot who that was earlier asking all those. I think it was storylines. You know, uh, I can't agree with everything that she said. Now, some CCs even to this day will acquiesce when it comes to payola. You know what I mean? But I don't even think that is the reason why the beef sector is not the beef sector anymore. I just think a lot of people are thin skinned. Then you got a lot of people that just want to be able to sit in somebody's chat room on somebody's channel, irregardless. So they'll take the disrespect and the mistrust. They'll let somebody like Chicken Head Pizza say, "Yeah, basically, yeah, you gave me money for the gumbo challenge. The gumbo challenge didn't happen. Now try to get the money back in blood." And she can get away with it as opposed to a sassy people demanded that she give them funds back, and she did, but they demanded that she give them funds back expeditiously. Nika was a soft target because it really not no Nika been called a scammer for years. It might have been new for a lot of people, but some of us old people, it wasn't nothing new, you know. And what was different this time about that was the way it was ran and the people in the sector and a lot of the new people in the sector. You see what I'm saying? So she tried to rebrand herself and keep doing the same old thing, and she just got caught up this time. That's how I see it, you know. And so yeah, but that honey get it back in blood, I got cussed her out if I would have gave her some money for a challenge. This heifer gonna talk about something get it back in blood. I'm like, are you serious? Sure. Anyway, I dropped the link. If somebody got something they want to say, because I always forget. If you don't, it's fine. I appreciate it. This is a touchy subject when it comes to some people, but right is right. Right don't wrong nobody. You know. hmm Yep, that's how it all has played out about giving uh BK money, some more heat than others. Right. Giving by money. Brian Pizarro brought Nika into their scams, and Nika took the file. Well, ain't nobody brought her in nuts. She willingly walked in because, like I said, she got a pattern. In my opinion, wild card is just that she was a soft target, and the way that Nika was went after about her scamming or whatever, and it was about that contest, right? Well, here's another contest, but like I said, I don't see that accountability train going down the tracks for Pizarro like it did Nika. I don't see that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I was wondering, and the way the accountability train went down the tracks about Sassy as well. I'm not seeing it right now, and I'm wondering why. Okay, now she done talked out of both sides of her neck, but we know eventually she'll always tell on herself. Okay, and that's what she did when she said get the money back in blood. That was her telling on herself. Okay, but I mean, common sense is gonna tell you that yes, she got donations before the gumbo challenge. Okay? That's common sense gonna tell you that. I mean, come on now, really? Child. All right. All right. Mm-mm-mm. Lord have mercy. I'm looking at this food on this screen right here, and it just pissed me off. But anyway, if ain't nobody got to say, child, I'm gonna watch the View, child. I guess. Did y'all hear about Trump before I go naming a far right podcaster? He named him as the FBI director, a far right podcaster. He is now going to be the FBI director. I was like, what? Child. Ooh, child. I said, all right. All right. People better gird their loins, child. Gird your loins. Okay. Child. Patel. No, it's not Patel. It's some far right podcaster. I don't even know his name, but he's the named him FBI director. And I was like, wow, it's very interesting. But Trump is he not just making these appointees fly by night. He's got a plan, and the man laid out the plan in Project 2025. Just nobody didn't believe. A lot of people didn't believe that they didn't believe the plan. I believe they were in the land of delusion, in my opinion. But he's going step by step, meticulously implementing his plan a little bit at a time. You just got to get all his people in place. And I was like, wow. Is that his name? I was like, wow. It's very interesting. Heard all those military generals and stuff. And then you got him, you got what is his name? The French Prime Minister, what wanted him about Putin. Child, Trump ain't trying to hear that about Putin. But Trump is a Putin fan. Kyle had the nerve to call Vladimir Zelensky a dictator. Well, that is a lie. That Vladimir Zelensky, he took on that role. That man, that president, he was not equipped for Putin to invade his country. But he still stood strong and fought for his country and has advocated for his country worldwide. He is not the dictator in the situation. And did people forget that Putin invaded him, Zelensky? I was like, wow. But then Trump want to turn around and call him a dictator? I guess because he won't bow down to Putin? I only need 10 more likes, y'all. Can y'all help me get 10 more likes, please? I really would appreciate it. I ain't trying to scam you out of no money or nothing. I'm just asking for 10 likes. What about these emails that? Yes, he trying to make. Now, they don't have technically no governmental authority. Yet he is demanding more out of these governmental workers than Trump is. I was like, wow, look at that. Wow. So he doesn't have it to have what's his name got Musk got it so good that he doesn't have to have a governmental title. Okay, he can just start demanding stuff. I was like, really? That's what we're doing? But yes, that's what we're doing. Yeah, demanding the people let him know how productive or what they did, the week before. I guess you don't have to do that on a weekly basis. A summary of what all that you did during the week. I'm like, what? You're saying if they don't reply or is instructed, they will be fired. Right. Yeah. 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 But you gotta realize that all of this stuff is shaking up the foundation of this country. And so that is why 47 is moving the way that he is moving. Now, when it comes to Project 2025, he did mention a military state, what do you call it? When they start a martial law going into effect. And you have to wonder, is this the reason why he was mentioning that in the Project 2025 paperwork? Because of all of this stuff that's going on right now. And he is just not doing this stuff just cause. Don't think he just is he just doing this cause he's 47. He don't know nothing about. But no, he got a plan, and he's following the plan. You know. Thank you, Dr. Soapy. But yeah, but you got folks got to pay attention. hmm You know. That's just my take on it. But anyway, if ain't nobody gonna hit the link, child, I'm gonna get off here, like I said. But it's pay attention to what's going on in this world, child. It's good, it got a little escapism. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Child, this B sector so dry, it ain't hardly enough to. Oh, I did a good little key. I get it. I got high. Have y'all seen the pictures of that palm reader has been in them videos that palm reader or palm reader or whatever her name is or his name is have been doing to Jay Wilson? I said, Lord, it's causing Jay Wilson to put up old pictures of himself, child. And KRN done called him old, and honey, Jay Wilson feel away about that, child. He been putting up them young pictures of himself, and KRN been talking about all the wrinkles on his forehead. I said, bye. I said, oh my God, I cannot. Then you got palm bread, it was one picture I saw where he was, one was him in an afro, and then the other one was him with a blonde wig on. I was like, oh my God. I got a good little kiki out of that. I said, baby. Oh, and then Ness did one the other day when he came to Jay Wilson. He was with a Popeye's chicken or something like that. I said, Lord, if they, if they don't leave Jay Wilson alone. I said, Jay Wilson over there posting old pictures of himself, y'all. I said, bye. So I don't know why him and KRN is into it, but yeah, Jay Wilson, you feeling a little self conscious about that younger man calling you old, or like what are we doing here, sir? Child. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. What really bothers me is how little they curve it. They don't give a darn about folks' livelihood up there in Washington, And so yeah, but there's a lot. Yeah, it's just people watch out, child. Be watchful, be mindful of what you looking at, you know. And like I always say, when it comes to melanated people, honey, this is really it's not even our war because they wanted this, now they got it. I was looking at this indisputable video of where this was this Anglo man on there talking about if they ever gave reparations to African Americans, to black people, he would want reparations. He want a refund. He would want a refund for all the slaves that his family bought and had to set free. He want his own form of reparations. I said, wait a minute, what? I said, you sound ignorant, sir, because they already gave reparations to slave masters. Okay, as soon as it happened, they gave them monies. Read up. Read up and see what Lincoln did about that. Okay, he gave them a form of reparations, them slave owners. He sure did. He reimbursed them. So I don't know. So you want to be reimbursed twice? That means you don't know your history. You just saying stuff out the side of your neck. Y'all already got reparations for the slaves being free. Okay? Child. Child. That you got that right, Hershey. Now I will agree with that. Absolutely. But that's just how little these people know about their own history, their own heritage. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Mm-mm. I said, if that ain't the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my life, they really are so very funny, James. I mean, it's very entertaining. I was like, what in the world? But they asked for this, now they got it. Now they don't. Now they regretting it. It should make no difference to melanated people one way or the other. Because we know, no matter who's in office, that this system ain't is not set up for us, to advance in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So that is not a us problem. Okay. After we vote, you know, uh, uh, but there's a lot of stuff going on in this country besides the way that government is being run. I feel like these people, the Democrats and Republicans, are being strong armed by a group of people that we know nothing about, and I really feel like that's what's going on in this country right now. And I think that 47 is the figurehead for that situation, and that's why you see a lot of things moving that the way that they're moving in this country. You know, so I just ask folks to make provisions for yourself. Make sure you and your people is all right first. And so anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. Oh, please like, share, subscribe. I don't know if I got to 100 likes or not, but if I did or even close, thank you so much. Please check out my product tag bag, honey. I got some cute stuff on there from Ulta Beauty today. I went there over the weekend. I found this stain, this lip stain and cheek stain. It's called Black Honey. Okay, now y'all know I really don't do the makeup thing as far as I do. With I would do a little lipstick, little colored lip gloss. I got 133. Thank you, Chakra King. And but I found this lip stain and cheeks oil called Black Honey. I said, baby, I bought it because I liked the name of the of the product, right? But honey, that stuff, it looks so good on my melanated skin. Child. I said, when you look at this right here. So anyway, I put that in the product tag bag. And well, also, I was in Ulta Beauty. I picked up me because y'all know I can't never have enough candles. That's kind of my thing, right? Picked up me some cute, good smelling candles. Saw some good deal on some fragrances. So anyway, I put a couple of things in there, but the thing, you ladies, that black honey, lip and cheek oil, baby, that stuff look good, so good on melanated skin, honey. And you burn you a couple of them candles, especially when you taking you a nice bubble bath or whatnot. Woo, child, you'll be in there because it's still cold outside. Okay. But anyway, I gotta go. And then I get to look at the little pail and stuff, in the wintertime, because I'm not, out in the sun. And so that lip stain as well as that cheek stain was right on time. You can put on as much as you want or as little. So y'all check that out, okay? But anyway, like Dr. said, Soapy said, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you joining me. If you came in late, please be part of the replay gang, honey. Our replay gang members are so very, very important. Thank you guys for being so interactive in the chat. If you dropped down, thank you. If you stayed in the sky, thank you. You know what I mean? I hope that you guys enjoyed this commentary. Please hit the like button on your way out the door, as well as the share button, as well as the subscribe button. All right. Y'all check out that product tag bag. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. I love you in the way that Christ loves you. Bye bye. Peace.